Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a foundation review. This foundation I just could not pass up. I actually haven't really seen any reviews here on YouTube for it, so I figured that I would just pick this up. I've seen a lot of Instagram tutorials of people using it, and I also follow her on Instagram, the creator of the foundation, and I really liked the way that it looked, so I thought that I would just review it on my own and see if it's worth the hype. So this is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation, and I got mine in the shade Cashew. They did have a lot of different shade ranges, but I really wasn't sure which shade I should get, and this one just seemed to be kind of in the middle of like really light, which right now, I mean, I'm pretty light. I don't tan, I'm not self-tanned or anything. This is just my natural skin tone, and I don't have anything on my face whatsoever right now, but I figured that when I do self-tan, I could kind of make this shade work along with making it work when I'm not self-tanned. So I got Cashew 140G. Let's just open it up. This is what the packaging looks like. It's her, actually it feels really nice. I didn't even know that. It has like a matte kind of feel, and then there's like the texture of the lettering, and then it says use a pump or less, apply foundation evenly all over face with a dense brush or beauty sponge. For best application, pair with their makeup base. So I guess she has a makeup base, which I can't open this. I didn't know that she had a makeup base, which is a primer, obviously. Oh, that's okay. So this is what the packaging looks like when it's opened, and for one, I mean, the foundation was around $50. Put the exact price right here, and down in the description I will link the product. I did order mine on Sephora, but this packaging for the pricing, I feel like this is pure plastic. It just feels like plastic. It's very light. It is pretty. I like that it has like the ombre effect and then her name, but the actual packaging itself, it just seems a little bit cheap to me. It looks kind of pricey, but the feel of it is just a little bit on the cheap side. So this does remind me of the NARS lipsticks and just the NARS packaging in general. It really does resemble that, but the NARS packaging is a lot more sturdy, it seems like. And then this does have a pump, so that's really awesome because I love pump foundations. So first I'm going to apply primer to my skin. I always apply primer. This is the Too Faced Primed in Peachy. This is the Cooling Matte Primer. I really like it. It's just one that I've been using a lot lately. Put it on my chin. And then I didn't want to use like an illuminating primer or anything because I want to see what this foundation does on its own, like just by itself. I wouldn't have put a primer, but today my skin is a little bit dry and I didn't do anything to my skin. I don't have any lotion on or anything. So we're just going to apply a cooling primer, which feels amazing. I love this primer. And it dries really nicely to the skin and matte. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just like in love with this new peach collection. You guys probably know that by my video that I did on the collection. Alright, and then next I'm going to be pumping some of this to the back of my hand. Actually, does it say shake? I think it did. I think, yeah, oh no, it doesn't say shake it, but I'm going to anyway. So let's just, oh. So this is what the consistency, it doesn't seem that watery or runny. It is kind of running down my hand a little bit, but it doesn't seem that watery. So it's not a total water-based foundation. I'm just gonna move my mirror over so I can see what the heck I'm doing over here. Got my coffee. Really liking coffee from home lately. Okay, and then this does seem like it has a little bit of a yellow tint to it. So I'm not sure. Oh. Oh my god, that smells really, really good. I actually am loving the smell of this. The color is very yellow for my skin, but I do feel like I can make it work once I'm done with my makeup and everything is complete. I do feel like I can make it work with my skin tone, especially when I set it. But the smell of this smells amazing. I don't know what's in this. It smells like a perfume, but it's not too strong. It honestly smells like a perfume like I may have. It smells really good. I actually think this is the best smelling foundation I actually have in my collection of foundations. Like, wow. I really, really enjoy the smell of this. And I don't mind, usually I don't like foundations when they have a smell and I can smell them all day. I usually don't like that, but I actually really don't mind this. Like, if I smelled this all day, I wouldn't care. So this actually gave amazing coverage right off the bat. It immediately just set into my skin really nicely. It actually is pretty matte and it does feel skin-like. This does not feel heavy whatsoever. It actually just looks like skin besides the color shade, which is not my perfect match. But like I said, it was a little bit hard finding. I feel like the lightness is the same, but it's just very yellowy. And the camera is picking up. It does look pretty yellowy in person too, but I don't think I'll take it back. I think I'm just gonna make it work because yeah, I don't even need to blend anymore. Like it's all perfectly blended out already. Like this is great. So everything covered really good. I actually barely used any of the foundation. You guys seen that little pump. It completely covered everything that I wanted it to cover. I'm actually pretty impressed with this foundation so far. The smell, the way that it clinged onto the skin, it doesn't feel heavy. It's looking skin-like, and yeah, I just think the color shades, the ranges were a little bit weird. If you go on Sephora.com, the actual shade ranges kind of were a little weird, which I can tell you guys what I'm talking about. Let me just go to Sephora. Hard to explain if I don't actually go to the site and like tell you guys, but the way that they explained the shades were like light but had like 4 tints of this. And me, my undertone is I'm light complexion but not super light complexion, and my undertone is a rosy kind of pink because I have some, not exactly rosacea, but I have a lot of redness on my face, and their shade ranges were like light skin tones with neutral undertone. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't have a neutral undertone. So then I go to the next one and it's ultra light skin tones, which I'm not ultra light skin tone, with beige undertone. So that's not me. So like a lot of them this one was deep fair skin tones with golden undertones. And then I think 2 of the shades, which yes, 2 of the shades, and actually now Cashew is sold out. This one was deep fair skin tones, which I chose that one because I do self-tan, with golden and peach undertones. So I'm thinking peach undertones is kind of like a pinky undertone. So I didn't think it was going to be too yellow. And then fair skin tones with golden undertones. Like, you know, it's just a little confusing the way that they named it on the site, with all these different undertones, when it could have just said like light skin tone with pink undertone. That would have been me right off the bat. They didn't really have anything like that. They kind of explained it a little bit weird on the Sephora website. I'm not sure if that's like how Huda Beauty or Huda, I don't even know her real name, but I don't know if she wanted it to be like that. Maybe she did, but for me, I don't think that they explained the tones right. So that's maybe why I didn't pick the absolute perfect shade, but it's not too dark for me, so it's not going to give me that mask effect. And I know I can work with this. So it's already set into my skin. I'm just going to go on and do my concealer, which I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. I can't not use this one. So I'm just going to apply some of that, which it actually looks really, really good with this as well. And then apply a little bit right here. So I'm just going to be covering my under eyes with this. I also do feel like this does kind of give you that faux filter, like the way that it just glides on the skin. I mean, this is perfect. My camera is in like HD and everything. You guys are seeing like the full effect. There is no softening effect on this camera. And so I just feel like if it's giving me like what I want like that, I can't get over it. It's really amazing so far. We'll just have to see how it holds up throughout the day. And luckily the weather today is going to be a little bit on the warmer side, so here in Cali. So it will be nice to see if this, you know, makes my oily spots more oily, but so far I don't have a feeling like it's going to do that. So applied the concealer. I'm looking kind of ghostly right now. I'm going to finish my makeup and then I will be back to show you guys the finished look. Alright guys, so I just finished my makeup. I just took my hair down. This is just my natural hair, so I didn't do it or anything. But, and what's new with that? I never do my hair. But anyways, so I did finish my makeup and I am obsessed with it. I think that the foundation looks so natural, so beautiful. The color actually matches me really nicely. And even with my face not being self-tanned or anything, I feel like it matches me perfectly. And all I needed to do was use a little bit of bronzer to warm my skin up because it was a little yellow toned like you guys had seen, and just a little bit on the light side. And so all I did was just warm it up with some blush and some bronzer, and it matches me perfectly. I still love the smell of it. I think that the coverage was amazing. I didn't add any more foundation. It was just whatever was on the back of my hand is what I dispersed all over my face. So I definitely think that this foundation so far is worth the money. $40 for this foundation is going to go a long way. That's how much it actually was. I said 50 earlier, but I looked it up and it was actually 40. So $40, and then I'm a Rouge member, so I actually got the shipping and everything free. So that's really nice as well. But I am obsessed with it. I love it. I think it is so great. I probably am going to say that a million times. I'm just going to have to see how it lasts throughout the entire day, because that's the biggest thing, is that does it last? Is it going to get a little bit patchy? Right now, I feel like everything looks really, really nice. Here's just another little close-up for you guys. I did mess up a little bit my mascara, but I'm going to wipe that off. I'm just waiting for it to dry. But everything else I think looks really pretty, and it's just, I love foundations that feel like skin and that don't feel super heavy. I don't feel like this foundation is going to break me out at all because it's just so light and airy that it's not so cakey. A lot of cakey foundations and like heavy foundations like MAC, they tend to really break me out. I don't feel like this one is going to do that because it's super light. And yeah, so far so good. I'm going to give it like an A+ right now because I have no complaints. I like everything about it. Blended nicely. The smell was amazing. Nothing bad is happening right now, like patch wise, or it's not separating anywhere. It's not settling into any lines. So I have no complaints right now. But I am going to be updating you guys at the end of the day to see how it has been holding up and how it looks. So until then, I will see you guys at the end of the day. Alright guys, so it is the end of the night now, and as you can tell, the foundation held up really, really well. I've had this on for about 6.5, 7 hours, and it's honestly looking pretty darn good, and I actually am pretty impressed with my lipstick too. I've ate and just done everything that I needed to do. We're getting ready for bed, so if you hear Adriana crying, she probably is hungry, so I gotta make this quick. But yeah, everything seems to look really, really well. It doesn't seem to be settling into any of my fine lines. I am getting maybe just a touch a bit of oily around my chin area, but my forehead that usually gets oily too is actually still doing really good. So all in all, this foundation is an A+ for me. I am super stoked about it, and I actually found out that the primer that they were talking about was inside the box of the foundation, so kind of bummed I didn't get to try it with the foundation, but I will definitely be doing that the next time I wear the foundation. So I really, really like it, and I think that everybody should try it out because it worked really well for my oily combination skin, and it has to be one of my favorite ones so far. So yay for an awesome foundation. Thank you guys for watching this review. If you enjoyed, leave me a thumbs up and let me know down below any future videos you guys want to see, or if you've tried this foundation and if you guys liked it. If you guys didn't, just let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.